Previously on Nana's apartment.
Wanted to talk about CM Punk because of the AEW stuff that's going around. There's a line between doing what you need to do to get the respect you need and to keep, but the line is made by the choice that you make to escalate or de-escalate, and Punk, by all accounts, chose to escalate.
Wouldn't you know it? Check out them clocks, kiddos. It's clobbering time. Welcome back to Nana's apartment. We are jumping into AEW Fight Forever for the first time today, talking that CM Punk who happened to return to WWE recently, so might as well talk shop a little bit about that this episode, while featuring the stylings of Mr. Phil Brooks during his tenure in AEW. That's right, for you living under the largest of rocks, Mr. Phil Brooks, CM Punk made his glorious return to WWE television, recently on Raw, but more importantly and originally at Survivor Series. Don't know how many believed it would actually happen. I was on the fence myself, but here we are. Talked about his departure from AEW in another episode of WWE All-Stars here on this channel, but I wanted to talk about his return here, specifically featuring a game I have not yet on this channel. It's AEW Fight Forever. This game, one of two in the professional wrestling world, trying to recapture the glory days of WWF No Mercy for the N64, this and TNA Impact for the Xbox 360, I believe PS3. Tried to make that claim, but this one I will give it to it, having played both, actually has the edge on that claim.
This is a Falls Count Anywhere match set for one fall, and it is for the All Elite Wrestling World Championship.
Man, this should be one hell of a singles match.
Introducing the champion, CM Punk. Introducing the challenger, Jungle Boy.
So yeah, much like TNA and No Mercy, AEW Fight Forever featuring just shortened entrances here as part of their presentation, which I'm on the fence about it. As long as, it gets a good vibe going, it gets you amped up for the match, I'm okay with it. I prefer longer entrances myself, but we'll take what we can get here. But I want to talk about it briefly here, the gameplay, before I get into talking about CM Punk. I have played a few matches here already on AEW Fight Forever. I wanted to feature mainly the campaign mode, the story mode here on Nana's apartment, but CM Punk had to come back to WWE, so I wanted to talk about him quite a bit today, so I figured to sit down and... Oh no, batteries are low. Fix that in a minute, but I wanted to sit down and talk about this because, well, it's hot in the wrestling world, so I might as well feature my 2 cents here. Again, talked about his departure there from AEW in my episode of W Superstars. You can go give that a look as I go look for some more batteries for my controller. In any case, I will say it is very easy to pick up and play this game. I don't want to look up the buttons and what they do because it's a testament to how simple this game is to play, that I don't need to know them to have a good match. I don't have to look it up. I haven't had to look up anything in order to play this game. It's very, very simple. We'll have Editing Paul throw up some of the controls that I'm using today on the Xbox One here, just to get a quick glance of how easy it is. It really is just a grapple button here, your A, and then you got another strike button, X and Y. Then you have your basic run commands and climb turnbuckle and whatnot, but it's not overcomplicated. That's the point. You can pick up this game easily and play. If you are a fan of No Mercy, definitely pick this game up. If you are a hardcore wrestling mark, you will enjoy this. At the very least, TNA Impact tried to pull this off, but their reversal system was so complicated. It wasn't a bad game either, but definitely a lot more steeper of a learning curve on that game than this one. I do feel the animations move somewhat slow, but again, it's not something I'm going to complain about in a wholehearted manner. This game plays really well for a first installment of a game. Again, there are a lot of rough edges around TNA Impact that this game does not have. Either way, we are here to talk about CM Punk, so let's get into that. Again, I just want to talk about this game briefly, since it's the first time we're playing it. God, yeah. The running is what I find to be a little bit stiff and awkward in this game overall. But anyway, CM Punk made his return to WWE at Survivor Series 2023. Did not watch that live. I feel like a fudging idiot for it. Either way, I did watch Survivor Series, did catch it, a replay of it, so watched that. How do I feel about CM Punk returning to WWE? Oh, let's talk about that as I send Jungle Boy to sleep here. Again, just a flick of the stick here, just like No Mercy, and boom, oh, knee to his teeth. Someone in the front row is going home with a gift of the incisor there of Jungle Boy. Get out of the ring here. There we go. Yeah, it's just a left trigger. So it's a trigger. It's not hard to figure out here. I think if you... Oh, no. It's trying to get a weapon here. Can't remember what button you have to push. Oh. Didn't dodge the dive there from Jungle Boy, whose entrance theme for the non-nerds out there was featured in Ninja Turtles 3.
You're in trouble now, but don't.
Get out of this crossface, CM Punk. Come on. Mash them buttons. We are in a false count anywhere situation here for the AEW title. May feature more than this match, obviously, because I want to feature this game a little bit here on this episode. But yeah, CM Punk returns. What do I feel? The first thing that jumps to my mind is, well, disclaimer, I was not backstage for the AEW incident. I've never met Phil Brooks, CM Punk there. So I can't really say anything about him other than what I feel about the situation, which is if any of what we heard about the incident in AEW was legit, I would be worried slightly if I were WWE, just because it's like, what volatility does he have? What volatility does this person have as they're coming back to my company, you know? As a fan, I think we're in for some amazing matches. You know, I think there might be a short leash on him here, but God, that was short fall for Jungle Boy there, right in my knee. I'll call that one good, I guess. Psych, we're not going to call it good yet. I feel the thing is, as time goes on, we'll see how it actually, you know, is going there. My gut instinct is that obviously a lot of, you know, negative reactions to him on screen probably are most likely a work. That's what my gut is telling me, and I have no feeling as far as negativity regarding CM Punk being back in WWE. I'm, you know, good for him. You know, if he's happy, if everyone else backstage is happy, great. What I can say is what I feel and what I see, you know. And quite honestly, when you look at CM Punk in AEW versus WWE, clearly and honestly, this is a person who seems happier in WWE. He's a straight edge person, but it's almost like the difference between someone abusing a substance and being clean. Looking at him in AEW versus WWE, and that's the first thing I noticed when I'm watching his promo on Monday Night Raw.
I didn't know how I was going to react, and I didn't know how it was going to go, but it has made me feel like my old self, because this is where I belong.
I noticed that Phil looks healthy. Phil feels happy. There's just a look to his face. There's something there that we'll talk about as we drop Jungle Boy there into the Anaconda Vice. I get him to tap here, as Aubrey's asking him, Aubrey Edwards. Oh, when he does tap here, slapping him back. We'll have another match here as we talk more about CM Punk, but, well, easy title defense here for Mr. Punk here on AEW Double or Nothing. We sample Fight Forever here in Nan's apartment.
I can't believe I was here for this amazing match. It was a classic, to say the least, and one people will be talking about for years to come.
I do like that they feature various snippets and stuff like that from the commentary team, because having JR featured in this episode is, I actually quite like that a lot. Well, there we go, CM Punk front and center, but while he is front and center in our discussions, we will feature a little bit more of AEW Fight Forever. So let's check out that exploding barbed wire death match. We'll feature Jon Moxley here against someone else in a hardcore capacity. Let's see here, where's Johnny Boy? Here's Jon Moxley. Get his hardcore rocks off here in a barbed wire death match. Who's going to face? That's the question. We'll put him against Jericho. Jericho's a face. Jericho's the face of this company, so we'll put Jericho against Jon Moxley here in this match as we continue our conversation about CM Punk.
The following contest is an exploding barbed wire death match.
They are putting it all on the line in this exploding barbed wire death match.
Making his way to the ring, CM Moxley.
Yeah, CM Punk, he definitely looks like, you know, on the whole, he's happier and he's in good spirits here in WWE. So regardless of what we could talk about as far as hearsay and, you know, what we hear among the rumor mill as well, I have to say, you know, just genuinely, I feel like this is a good move for him as a person. I feel like he's going to be happier and less frustrated in WWE either way.
Chris Jericho here about to feel frustration as we take him apart here in this barbed wire death match.
Again, not very good at reversing him in this game, but,
I'm not too shabby at wrestling games either, which is why we feature them here at Nan's apartment.
WWE is defined by those that stick around. We have Roman, Seth, Miz, McIntyre, Lashley, Lesnar. I could keep listing names, but the point is that you all know that we picture a certain list of faces when we think WWE. Bray was going to be that breath of fresh air that this company needs in this moment, but we lost his bright soul, unfortunately. It was crushing for all of us because, you know, The fantasies that we all had about what he was going to bring when he came back, that all went out the window. What's there to fill that void? And I definitely feel that WWE's made some good choices and strides recently, but CM Punk definitely feels like that bolt of lightning in a bottle that this entire world of wrestling needs right now to bring everything together and maintain the kind of electricity among all of us. It's felt like recently we've had almost like a transitional period. Vince is on the way out with that small moment of Triple H holding the company. Vince comes back, and it's like there's just been this aura about WWE recently. It's like they're entering, a new era, and it's like I think CM Punk coming back and what he has to offer as far as matches in this new capacity, having had AEW in his past and it's in his rearview mirror now. It's like, what is he going to be able to do? We've been chanting his names for years. He's back. We have this apparent package with Seth coming up, but it's like, what would Roman say, regarding what's going on here? I think it's just, what are the possibilities with everyone I wanted to see what happens when it goes to 0. The explosion there a lot better than it was on pay-per-view. But okay, the match doesn't end. We have to end with a pinfall here. I didn't know if it was going to end completely there with the explosion. Now we just got some pyrotechnics. Oh, God, I want to break this other table before I call this match finished. But yeah, if he feuds with Roman Reigns or not, or if we get the ultimate payoff with Cody Rhodes or not, regardless, again, there's buzz now. There's interest. Not like there wasn't before, but again, we're entering a new era, and we need, it's almost like we had 3 tent poles, and now we have a 4th one, and then that 4th one's the wild card, and it's, as much as people might say something negative about him, let's be honest, nothing but good is going to come from the possibilities at this moment of matches. It seems like he's definitely turned over a new leaf as far as his attitude. Again, just looking at his face and his eyes, he seems like a man who's more comfortable in the role he's in versus where he was, which, again, looking at his face, you could tell he was a person who's tense probably 24/7.
I'm hurt, and I'm old, and I'm fucking tired, and I work with fucking children.
So again, I've never met Phil Brooks, never met CM Punk, don't know what he's really feeling right now, don't know what he's really going through, don't know what any of the people on that roster are going through right now. As far as I'm concerned, as long as he flies straight and doesn't fuck up, as respectful as he demands others be of him, I think we're in for a good 2024 as far as wrestling goes. I'm interested to see what happens, with WWE. It really, makes me want to watch Raw for the first time in a long time. It makes me want to watch their weekly programming because it's like WWE gets in these ruts, and I feel for the first time in a long time again, it's like that I really want to almost start watching. It's like I work long shifts now, but it's like I think I'm going to finally try to get some routine WWE watching in, where I tend to just kind of watch their pay-per-views more often than not. Jesus, is the ropes exploding here. Just trying to get Moxley's finisher there. We get another submission here on Nana's Apartment here on AEW Fight Forever.
Oh, he locks it in, and we get the tap there from Jericho here in this exploding barbed wire match here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here to listen to my 2 cents about CM Punk making his reemergence in WWE. We thank you for joining us here on our first episode for AEW Fight Forever. We thank you for joining us, and as always, we will see you next time.